Welcome to the channel. Today I want to fix a few items on my motorcycle, some camera gear items that I use on my motorcycle when out riding. On my trip up to Maine, I had a couple issues, so I need to correct them. I needed to order some new parts. They came in, so I'm going to do that now and change out a few items on the bike that is related to my camera gear. Okay. First off, I use the Insta 360 remote. I have a USB that's underneath the seat, and I had purchased this USB adapter right here, then as a SAE plug that plugs right into my pigtail, all right, that I use to have my charger on, my battery maintainer, all right? So when I'm riding, I have this plugged into here, and it gets power, and then I have a USB, and it goes up to my remote. I don't use it all the time. On the longer rides, I have this tucked underneath my seat like this, and I'll pull it out, and then I'll plug it. Then I'll plug it in, okay? Well, on my ride up to Maine, I had an issue. This was not charging. This was not charging. And I did some testing. Checked out the USB cable. That's fine. Checked out the power here. I was getting power. So the only other thing was this. And I plugged other things into it, and it doesn't charge. So, cut the zip tie here because I just had a zip tie here. So I cut the zip tie so I could take this out. Another thing is, I had a little bit of an issue is this has such a short cable on it, and it barely sticks out here. So I ordered one with a little bit longer cable. Okay, let me show you what I got. Ordered this one, Moto Power 3.1 amp dual USB charger. All right, and this one is supposed to be waterproof. Here's the new one. It's got a protective cover on it, which the other one did too, but that's going to be pretty much off. I might just have to cut that off, so it's, I might just cut that off so that's not just sitting under the seat or whatever, but dual plug. All right, and it has a longer extension, so I'm just going to zip tie that on there, and have this cover here so it's good. Just zip tie it on there. Let's see. All right, so I might just cut this off, and I got some snips here. I'm just gonna, there we go, cut that off. Might just snag it under here a little bit. There we go. There. Might put it there just like that. I might just have pull out this one cable here. There we go. Put that back under there. Twist this up more. There. I might shove that all back under there too. Just keep this out. There we go. What do you think? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Can I put this? There we go. Put that over there. Shove that under there. Got this part right here. All right. And I can zip tie this right here, right? There. Okay. Zip tie. Let's see here, can I? Okay, so let's see if I can zip tie this. I'm gonna slide it under here. There we go. Under this bracket. And then I'm gonna zip tie it right here. There we go. Okay. There. Right? How about that? There. There. What do you think? All right. Zip tied. I'll snip this off. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll plug my USB back in. Oh, there. Okay. My USB back in. Let's see if this works. I'm going to plug this in. Come on. There we go. Let's plug it in to my... Let's see if it works, because it should just come right on, because this works with the battery off. Boom. Charging. I don't know if you can see, but it says charging. There. One problem solved. So that does work. I'm going to put the seat back on and put this all back together, and we'll work on my next problem. Okay. I don't know if you can see me, but now the second item I had an issue with on our main trip was with my camera mount, my 360 camera mount on my handlebar. Let me show you. I use a Ulanzi GP4 mount. All right, it's magnetic. It just twists, and then you're able to put it off. So I can, quickly put it on, take it on and off the bike when we make stops and stuff. So, all right. Now, what I noticed was we're riding down the road. I don't know if you can see. This was starting to turn occasionally. I was like, whoa. It's never been this loose before. See how loose that is? So I get, it didn't fall off or anything, but I'm just thinking if I didn't pay attention to it, and it did come down to here, if it twisted all the way down to here, it's got to twist a long way though, okay? If it did, and I hit a good bump, would that magnet hold that on the bike if I hit a big bump? I don't think so. Okay. So this is the old style, the Ulanzi quick connects. All right. Now, I ordered the new ones. All right. I don't know if you can see, but these are the Go Quick 2, and I ordered the whole kit. All right. Okay. It comes with a bunch of different stuff. Let me get off the bike and show you. Okay. All right. You get your little, threaded stuff, all right? I don't know what you call this, but guess you got 2 different ones here. How many of these do you need? Anyway, the only ones I'm going to be using this to put on the end of my 360 right there, mount my 360 on. And this is going to be mounted on my clamp. So this works a little bit differently. You still put it on and twist, but it snaps into place. It does not move. You have to push this button on the side to release it. Okay? Then it lifts off. So added security. It's not gonna bounce off, right? You still have your magnet, but it's also got a little clip in there. I don't know if you can see, but we'll see. Okay. So I'm gonna change these out on the bike. All right. First thing I gotta do is take this off and mount the new one on here because this one will not work with the new. So I got my little tool here to, because I got that cranked on there pretty good. All right, just twist that off and take that off. Okay, put the new one on. Should just slide right in there. Twist. All right, and I give it a little crank because sometimes it loosens up on the bike. So, but you got to be careful because this is plastic. So. There. All right. I'll just give it one more little crank. Okay. But see, now with the new one on there, it doesn't work. So have to take this one off too. Okay, the bottom part. And that should just twist off. Okay. So you get my 1/4 inch screw there. And twist the new one on. Okay. Let me get the camera. Mount that back on there. Okay. Got my bike upright. There's my camera right there. I think it's looking pretty much forward. And now it don't twist. See? So, got to actually push the button here to get this to twist out. Okay? See? Then it pops out. There. All right, that's my couple quick fixes for a few issues I had with my camera gear on my motorcycle. Links will be in the description below if you're interested. These IRONJIAS go-to quick connects, they're nice because then I can pop the camera on this, take it off, quick and easy, put it in my tour pack here, you know, when I'm at stops so the camera's not on the bike. Also, I use this camera, you know, on some other things too. So I have the quick connects on something else, you know, like my e-bike. I use this my Insta 360 on my e-bike, so I have the changed mount on that one too. Okay, because you can't once you change, they're not interchangeable. The old IRONJIAS quick mounts and the new ones aren't interchangeable, so you have to change them out on everything. So I bought a couple more packs. The USB to SAE to plug into my tender cord. Link will be in the description below for that too. We'll be testing that out. See how long that one lasts. My old one lasted a few years, so I might have got water in there or whatever, because the other one wasn't waterproof. This one says it's waterproof or water resistant, whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what the issue was. It just was working fine. And then on day 3 of our ride, it crapped out. So, but anyway, we'll see how good this other one. I'm a little bit happier with this one because it has a longer cord on it, so it sticks out further. But, you know, next ride we'll try it out. So far it's working. So, what do you think of the video? If you haven't already, hit all those buttons. They're YouTube buttons. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified when I put out new videos. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you're interested in watching some more of my content, check out the video up here. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.